Hello, my name is CarX82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. So we could sort of see our vending machines turning on and off here. I am crafting up 1,000 of the input slaves. I'm crafting up 1,000 input buffers. We're going to need them, and I figured why not give it a... see how these all worked, make sure I got it all hooked up correctly. So I have gone ahead. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to craft up. Oh, it's so quick because there's so many of them, but yeah. We'll see when we start crafting up I have Harmony parts, but we're not crafting up quite enough stuff all at once for them to all kick on and go. But I ended up splitting up the things, so they're not sharing any sides, so not on the back and not on the front. Unfortunately, that does mean you need like 2 mufflers and 2 output buses, because obviously they're not sharing sides anymore. But it just made connecting all the crafting things with the original one. This is like, obviously you can tell this is like the main one. I have 8 on here. And I think I could actually add more if I wanted to. I can't remember how many casings you actually need. There is a limit. Actually, I could just look at what the limit is. I want to say that you need like 10 casings. Oh, you only need 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I could actually replace... I could add actually 6 more. Yeah, I could actually add 6 more crafting things on there. Because these 3 are presses, and then the 3 that are kind of inside are casings, so that would be enough. And then if I wanted to add more underneath, I could just do the things underneath and connect them that way. Maybe. I don't know. For now, I have the kind of different circuits. We're only doing 1 in 10 on those, because that's the vast majority. A lot of this quadruples and quintuple stuff are used in kind of more unique ways. You can kind of tell if you don't have like infinity ingots or eternity ingots, we probably, yeah, like triples. A lot of the triple stuff was used in the space, the rockets, that kind of stuff. Yeah, see this, the dense might be another one. Yeah, you see space, time, infinity. That kind of tells me I'm like, I am actually using those. Shirobon, yeah, that's definitely, the dense is used, eternity is used in some of the things. So maybe I'll add those. But before I do that, I kind of want to get more Eye of Harmony things so we can, again, see where the bottlenecks are. I do think I'm going to continue breaking all this stuff down. I thought I was going to be a little bit sad at breaking all this down, but to be honest, it feels kind of cool that we're at this point where... Oops, I always do that. We're kind of at the point where we're kind of transitioning the base completely over. A lot of this stuff needs to be redone. I would like to get all those things somewhere that is not right there. The main base has kind of always been like just random temporary things. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, and once we get the things up, oh, I can actually do that. So solidifier is probably going to be the next one. That was definitely a bit of a bottleneck for some of the metals. Is just very celestial tungsten's very slow, and I believe you need a lot of. I think you needed a lot of them for like screws for the optical circuits. I can't remember exactly, but I did notice it was really lagging because of the solidifier, and that was making it That was... It couldn't craft up other parts because it was stuck on the solidifier for a very long time. So I'm going to get that up next. But I think I can probably start crafting up the IF Harmony parts and then just kind of add solidifiers and work on those as it's crafting up. So that's why I'm kind of like pre-crafting up all these parts. So I can do that. Do 32 again. There's 8 on the side. So this is 32. We do have enough. I'm kind of doing 64 is my goal, but just to start out, I'm getting 32, I think, is a good start, I think. Yeah. So I think we'll do here. Again, I don't want to pack them in too crazy because I don't want to like blow up my world with 8,000 machines flickering on and off. My computer will be like, what are you doing? So I guess we'll need also, while we're doing that, yeah, I'm just going to get all this stuff prepared. So I'm doing UMV. We could speed it up even faster with UXV, but that is just too expensive. That's just using resources that I don't want to use at this point. The black dwarf matter, the white dwarf matter, Universium. That's a little precious until we get more Eye of Harmonies up. But yeah. Okay, so let's get this stuff going. And then after that, we have wire factories. So as you can see, this thing is chugging along. I do have 2 more over here. So it's not... They're not... I don't have just like 1 going. And you can see it's not even like staying on the whole time. So they are... It's not like super struggling with wire mills. But that will be another one. It's the space-time. We need lots of space-time wires, and this is causing the bottleneck. So you can see UEV. It's a 20-second recipe at UEV, so it's not overclocked that much. So, all right. Well, I'll continue doing that. We'll come back when I get the solidifiers up, I think, and that one's going to be a little quicker. It doesn't have 8. This one has 8 different buffers. I think that has 4, so it's going to be a little bit quicker for me to get it up. Okay, so we are back. I'm just kind of emptying out a little bit of my inventory here. And because I have gone ahead and built 2 more rows of these, I'm still kind of finishing setting up the crafting for it, but yeah, I've gone ahead and I ended up just broke down the old solidifier that was way over there. I just realized there's some over here too. That's a lathe. Yeah, solidifier is over here. I don't think there is... No, there is no recipes on that one. I did the same. I just did separate multi-blocks instead of sharing sides. It just makes it like way easier. I know you're wasting a little bit of materials probably, but it when you're doing like a whole bunch of connected things, it just gets confusing when some are like shared. Like if you put some of the like on the side will be shared between 2, and then if you put them in the middle, they're not shared. So you're trying to figure out like how to set them all up. So each one of these is its own separate thing. So I went ahead and did that with this as well. This is the main one. I do have it set up to connect 8. I don't know if we're actually going to use them all, but I did set it up to do that. Also, I just realized, I think I forgot to put this back. It wasn't connecting, or it wasn't forming, and for some reason I thought maybe it was because I had two of those, but I actually had a block wrong on the inside. So yeah, I have it set up to do 4, but I might add some more after I finished. But yeah, so I've gone ahead and just done that. I was gonna empty my inventory, and then I filled it up with more stuff. So as I was talking, it just makes it a bit easier. I need to throw these. I'm just gonna, there. Boop, boop, boop. See ya. I'm basically just destroying anything that's not like a top tier hatch or anything like that. Even if they have like covers on them, I'm just throwing them out. I'm not wasting time with that anymore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and move these all over and connect them all. That's gonna take me, a little bit of time, and then connecting all the things. But I don't think I have some like unique ones. I may not even bother like connecting those to the other ones, because they're like very rare that I actually have to use them. So I think we'll just do this. And then that also, that being a dust, and all the every single other one is a ingot, is slightly annoying. I thought I had more. Do I really only have 3? I really only had like 3? Of ingots, I mean. Interesting. Yeah, I guess because there's the 3 molds. Alright. So this was, I'm pretty sure that was for thaumium arrows when we were doing the magic stuff. I don't even think we need that anymore. Snow, I believe, was for runes when we were doing Britannia, the winter rune. So I really don't have, I have maybe 4 of these buffers. So I think, yeah, that'll be fine. I don't even know if I really even need to. These are so quick. I may not even need to split these between 32 of those. Though, I mean, it does like, when you do this craft, it literally does like 1,000 per tick or something like that. So it's not, doesn't take that long. So I may not even use all 4 of these, but all right. So I'll start doing that. Now I have also got distracted while I was doing that. While I was crafting up the crafty buffers, and apparently that recipe has changed, and I must have just had a large stock of the buffers before I've tried that recipe again. But this is actually changed to a regular stocking input bus. The recipe I had was using the advanced stocking. So it crafted up 1,000 of the advanced stocking, but it doesn't actually work in that buffer recipe anymore. And I've been using buses. These are all crafting buses, so I haven't been using the buffers. So when I went to craft up 1,000 of those, it crafted up the wrong thing, and I had to switch that out. So that is a little bit cheaper. That's just an input bus ME interface acceleration card. Although it is a lot of acceleration cards, and they don't have an assembler recipe, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, the advanced stocking is a little bit more expensive. It's not too bad, but it is an assembly line recipe. Anyway, so I got distracted by that, and as it was crafting up, I went ahead and finally got around to clearing all this out. All my quantum the quantum tunnels to all the different planets that we used to have void miners on and stuff. I went to each and every planet that I used to have a void miner or a pump on, and I flew around because sometimes I've lost the map in an update. I forgot to copy the map over, the journey map settings over when I updated, so I lost some of the things. So I had to fly around a little bit, but every single one I found the void miner or the pump, broke it down, and turned off the chunk loading. So that's the main reason I wanted to do that. So I think I did about 10 different planets, which now that we have the enhanced charm of dislocation and the space elevator, it's quick. So it wasn't too bad. So I went ahead and did that and got rid of all that because I was getting annoyed trying to like place cabling and I was getting caught all over the place under here. So that is all cleared out. Next thing, I'm gonna tackle all this stuff. But I would like to get this up first, and I may even... I really wanted to get wires too, but I'm just thinking, I don't know where I'm gonna put them if I don't break that down first. Anyway, I also did a little bit of testing with this because those spectral components and these things are actually pretty, or the living, we use a lot of these living chips, and these are pretty slow as well. And one, I found like a way better, more efficient recipe for this. I don't know when this was added. I don't ever remember seeing it, but this is the recipe we do. Crystal SOC, which is a crystal or a central process unit, which is its own kind of like craziness. But I was just going through the recipes. I was like, what are all these recipes? And then I found this other one that actually gives, instead of a 1-to-1, it's 1-to-16. And as I went through here, this is its own kind of little kind of thing. But the cerium doped lutetium aluminum oxygen blend dust. Yeah, it's cerium, lutetium, and sapphire dust, and you get 100. What is that? 160. Yeah, you get 160 of this, and you can turn each one of these into a exquisite in an autoclave. Not super fast, but yeah, just some oganesson. You get, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and then you get 16 of those, and it cuts out all the crafting from before. So I no longer have to craft these crystal SOCs up. I don't have to craft these CPUs up. I don't have to smelt these in a blast furnace. I don't have to do the chips in the autoclave for this. I do believe that's actually, no, it's still running. Yeah, so this thing just is chugging along, producing crystal chips. So yeah, I have almost 4 million. But that cuts out all that. So I think I'm going to set that up as well. But I was also testing the processing array. Now, I've been kind of avoiding this, the processing array, because it does say it's going to be removed. I don't know. I don't want to spend like hours setting something up that might be removed and broken in a future update. But what I kind of found out is that the processing array, it actually accepts multi-amps. It was actually working with a 256 wireless energy hatch, and I had 64. I was testing it with the laser engravers, and I tested it with 64 of those, and it did work. So I think it might actually be faster than those. Now these do not work with the multi-amp, unfortunately. So that's why I'm like thinking, I did try both ways. I got it to work regularly, and then I switched out the wireless hatches for this 256, and it wouldn't run. So I'm almost thinking it would maybe be better to do that. I don't know. I'm still kind of debating about that. Okay, let me get all these solidifiers done, and then I might, before I finish doing that, I might craft up a bunch of wire mills too, so I can work on that. Yeah, I might be able to work on that while I'm doing other stuff. I'm just setting up this recipe. One, I believe. Yeah, and we'll get extra of those for later. So one, yeah, not a problem. But you do need a 21 because of the large processing array. We will probably get to more autoclaves at some point as well. I do figure this is going to be, hopefully, since you get 16 of these per thing, or just, it's going to be less resources, I'm hoping. I haven't tested this out, but we do have massive amounts of all these from our Eye of Harmony. All right, need a 5. You 5? There's a 5. 5 is so, like, random stuff. Let's try to craft that up, make sure I got that right. Yeah. Oh, all right, sure. We're doing 1,000. I guess that's only like 6 crafts. Yep, there it goes. All right, cool. Yeah, see, easy enough. We have massive amounts of cerium. What do we need? Lutetium, 443 million. Sapphire, 861 million. And then I guess I think that's it for that. That was from when I was testing stuff out. Yeah, so 1,000 of those chips is only, there's only 63 of those. Although those aren't turning on. That's a little bit worrisome. Oh, did I? No, I don't think I... Where did the... Are they running? Is it just running on, like, the other side? No. Where did the... Where did the resource... Where did that go? Where did you go? Yeah. It should be in here, but there's no... It's not showing any, there's nothing in it. Alright. Yeah. There's no... Nothing in that. Alright. Let's, Oh! We did something to it. Hold on. We didn't have the right thing in it. Oh, they turned into crystal SOC. There they are. Interesting. I don't know. Do we need these? I don't actually know if we need those. I guess we need them for... Alright. I guess we could... I guess we could turn them into the crystal SOCs instead of doing it directly. Would kind of like to do both, though. Maybe if I... I missed the... It doesn't say the tooltip on it. It's kind of annoying. Where is Sapphire? That sapphire? This is sapphire. Yeah, there's the crystal. Okay, so what ends if we do this? Put that in there. I'm pretty sure sapphire is... Yeah, sapphire is linked. And then I do another recipe for this one to do that instead. I think that'll work better. So if I want the other ones, it'll put it in the sapphire one. If I want just the regular crystal SOC, it'll put it in the green one. I think that, yeah, that's better than the other way I was doing it. Just cancel that. Just make sure we got... Did that work? Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't work. It worked the first time. So if we try this, that should do the same thing. All right, and these are crafting up like really quick. And yeah, okay, that is a million times faster than doing this recipe, a 1-to-1, because this just doesn't parallel very well with those, which I've just been finding the laser engravers just don't parallel very easily. And I'm trying to avoid, I mean, I know we're probably going to get to a point where we have 64 of these, but yeah. Okay, cool. We got that. And okay, so one other issue I have run into that I didn't even contemplate is, yeah, with 2 IF harmonies running, you may notice they are actually not running at the moment, we have completely drained our helium. We were completely out, and they were only getting partial because it was trying to put... They were both trying to... It was trying to get the helium, but since there's 2 storage buses, it was kind of like competing, I guess. We could always do... Like, make that... Oh, I guess this one should be... Our original one should maybe be the priority. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I'm thinking maybe that would at least stop that from happening. But I wouldn't want to run out of resources anyway. So, yeah. So you can see the hydrogen has got like a partial... It's not like a full billion or whatever. Wait, is that... It's... Oh, I see what it's done. It's kept putting... It's kept putting helium in there. Look at that. That's 8.5... That's like a trillion helium. And then... But since it's not... It wasn't getting enough helium to start it. It was just... That's just basically voiding all that hydrogen. That's hilarious. All right, so yeah, we don't want that to happen. So, but I think having that a priority would stop that in the future if something happened. But that is telling me we are going to need another space elevator. Basically, a space elevator dedicated just to pumping helium and hydrogen, I think, is going to be needed because that is pretty crazy on that. So is that what I want to do today? Yeah, maybe we'll set up another space elevator. I mean, all this stuff this is easy to craft up now, the space elevator stuff. So I was crafting up the space elevator and I realized we actually have a tier 3 pump that uses double eternity, and I've never actually... Oh, I just noticed there's 2 different recipes for that. Interesting. This one doesn't require the previous pumps. I don't know if it's cheaper or what, but yeah, so there is actually a tier 3, and I had crafted one up, but I never actually... It looks like I'm actually doing that. I just saw the things. Yeah, it looks like it may be doing that. I don't even remember setting that recipe up, to be honest. But okay, so I haven't actually switched the things out for that. I didn't realize I hadn't done that yet. So I think we'll see before I start putting together another one. We'll at least see how fast this is. I just want to do that. So 5 and 4. All right. That. That was weird when it takes a while to sort itself out. Bud. Come on. I might need to... There it goes. Sometimes it just needs to recalibrate or whatever. Alright. Actually, I'm going to turn that off. Well, I don't think it'll... I have it... I have the output hatch set. So we'll just set all these. It's just a pain when the output hatch gets full. Oops. 5, 4. There we go. That is actually filling that up completely. Interesting. All right. Probably going to need more giant output hatches then. I have no idea how much this is actually producing. Is it doing like 60... Actually, we could just do that. Is that what I want to do? Possibly. Because that's actually going in one of those tanks. But maybe it would probably be better to just go in a digital... Maybe that's what I'll do. Because at least with the hydrogen and the helium, we're going to need massive amounts of this. So, I mean, those things handle a lot. It's limited by the output hatch, though. I guess. Nah, I think just a digital singularity. Like, it never needs to turn off. It just needs to... Yeah, it's never going to fill up a digital... I was just thinking, I'm like, what happens if it fills up? No, it's not going to fill up a digital singularity. Ever. So, it's not going to start filling up all the other drives. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then, I guess... just hook it up to... That's on a subnet, isn't it? I mean, I guess it doesn't have to go into the subnet. It doesn't have to go into... It could just go in the regular... I could put the disk drives in there. Okay, we are back. I just started up a bunch of the field... time dilation field generators for the next part. 216 of those. We are... I'm doing 168 plus the 48 that we need for the field generator. And I'm going to see where we run into. See, this is why we needed wire mills also. But I have gone ahead and, like I said, craft up a whole bunch of wire mills. So I can start doing that while we are waiting on the other stuff. Got the buffers, and I think I will probably do... Yeah, I think I'll... This doesn't have as many things, and it's a bigger... It's a bigger multi-block, so there's more room to put in. I was just debating, I'm like, should we just... Because this only has... Well, this does have 4... 8. Yeah, maybe we should just stick with doing this separate. But, alright, there goes the liquid solidifiers. Pretty funny. Yep, that is... Oh man, I just realized it's probably more efficient to switch these all to batch mode. So, yep, gotta do that. I don't think I switched these either. Nope. Alright, so I gotta go through all those, but yeah, you can see why we need millions of these things. So, yeah, if we want to make any sort of progress towards Stargate, we are just going to have to continually wrap this up and just kind of go crazy with everything. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.